Welcome back, everyone, to an instance of one where we're here at the Greenway, just south of the border with Breland, where we have the old ruins where those brigands hang out. And we are going to cut through this brigand camp and head up to the west into the old forest because we are going to be looking for Sarch Vorn, the Black Grave, and we are going to have to go through here. And this is a very, very difficult location to find. I don't think I've quite managed to consistently go in a proper direction. Every time I do it, I somehow get lost one way or the other. So we'll see if I can actually find my way around this time. Now, I am going to be going to a place on this map where right here I am just north of this Hunter campfire. So I'll be turning south now. And it's that Hunter campfire that I am aiming for at the moment. Now I am in the Sarch Vorn region, finally. Good. And here we are. This is the location I was seeking, because right here at 37.5, 57.4, we see that here is the campfire I was aiming for. So if you have a hunter that's using that as their campsite, great, because you'll get a little bit of help from them, because I presume that this campsite, you have discovered the entrance to Sarch Vorn, the Black Grave. Completed the discovery deed. So now I have the discovery deed completed. There is a summoning horn here, there is a hunter campfire here, and we have the instance entrance. So once you find it, of course, you get it through your instance panel. So it is time for us to run this instance and see what's inside.
Before the fall of Cardolan, in the aftermath of the war with Angmar and the great plague that followed, countless dead were laid to rest in mass burials among the stones of a ruined temple of the Edain. Its name of old forgotten, it came to be known as Sarch Vorn, the Black Grave. And through centuries of abandonment, none save the most unwary or foolhardy ever dared approach it. But now, the Witch King of Angmar has returned to rouse the Barrow Wights from their slumber and summon forth an ancient evil thought banished long ago, the Grey Fear.
And we're looking for it. I wonder whether we are foolhardy or unwitting on this matter. And we have with us Gorwin right over here, who I would presume is going to be helping us, since we are doing the single player version. I'm not exactly sure in all the ways in which the single player version is different, but it does involve having someone at our side. And this light, Bane of the Powerful, the unworthy clone of the Bane Light. Well, I think it sucks power. I think that's the most likely thing that we'll do based on this name in here. We've got some spiders. Grave spider. I suppose that's an appropriate name for a spider that is found in this area. So far the mobs seem to be light. I'm pretty sure that the ones in the 6-player version are going to be much, much more plentiful or much, much tougher. Oh. Oh, hello. I say that just as a just as I get ambushed. Ah. Now I did see the Bulwark preview of this one, which included the first two bosses. I was getting ready to interrupt someone trying to heal before I figured out that was my ally who was doing the healing, not the enemy. And oh, we've got this. Oh yeah, they're starting to up the ante a little bit. Why is she ignoring this? No idea. Well, maybe she's resting because I can see that her morale is a little bit down on there. Let's see, what is it? She is... Ooh... 2 million morale? That sounds like something that they would do if the mobs were going to get particularly tough. But I think I will need her help then if they're expecting me to fight all this. Now, which way am I supposed to go? No idea. You think I remember back from the beta? Now, the beta only included the first 2 bosses. There is at least one more boss. Most likely the Grey Fear. Just thinking on that. Oops. Corpse rats. Withering disease. Yuck. What is this? Now let's see. Plus 10% incoming damage. Alright. Yeah. Really? Alright. I was thinking I had only one. I was fighting many instead. Should have been using a completely different tact in that case. And I see bugs down there. Or at least I thought I saw a spider down there. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was just my... Hold on, I hear bees. Oops, okay. It seems like whenever I start fighting something, some sort of dead thing pops out of the ground. I mean, what is this? It's called the Black Grave, I guess, so why shouldn't there be dead things all over the place in there? Oops. Nothing worse than something you've got to fight that won't follow you, and it is pretty difficult to assume that a root is going to follow you, I presume. Now time to get lost in this place. Feels like a jungle more than anything else. Oh, hold on. Plague bear. Yeah. I've always thought that these things were disgusting, and my opinion has not changed in the slightest. Thank you. He was trying to decide, am I going to die or not? Now, is that supposed to be leading me on to the direction I need to go? Because I know that there's something down that way. I just can't get to it. Ah, here we are. Maybe this is the way we need to go. It's... Oh, hey! Sort of a little thing here saying, I'm leading you to your death. I'm leading you to the next encounter. This way, this way. And there are definitely bees. And since I'm not working with the Vorning, I'll assume that those bees aren't friendly. Maybe they're hornets instead. Oh, hold on. Oh, okay, I heard some healing sounds. I guess she was healing me, considering that my morale is better than it was a few moments ago. Thank you, then. Now, where were we? Oh, I think maybe I'm getting to the right spot now. With the din of splintering bones and branches, a terrible creature awakens. Ah! Vladach. Only elite. So that implies that this is the... I think that this is the first boss. In which case, yes, very definitely mobs are different. Because sometimes when they do these things, they give you super powerful allies to help you. And you're working with them rather than a case of them toning down the monsters. So in this case, I think it's a moderate ally, and apparently useful on occasion. And this ally is working with you, but it's not enough. So they scaled it on the assumption that you have the ally there, but it's not that you're working with the old same mobs as the 6th player. Now let's see what's in this chest. We get an iron coin of Cardolan and an enhancement root. That is pretty much expected for something like this. Ah, and now through the door. Deeper into the barrows, more of these crazy dead lights. Oops. It seems that, yes, maybe they are there to encourage you to follow them, and that helps you get through the dungeon. It's a strange thought, but it is consistent with what these things are, the traditions of will-o'-the-wisps and the like, that they lead you into swamps and other places where you get killed. The assumption there is that they're thinking that we follow them, we will feed whatever is in the area. And it's very definitely consistent with low tradition also, because you have those stories such as the one in the epic storyline in Mirkwood, where you have all those lights that lead you astray. And I think it's even part of the story in this area to help to establish the matter. So, yeah, lights leading you on in this case, and they could also be useful because they're leading you astray, but you're looking for the thing that they lead you to. I guess similar to how you have... Oh, no, that's where I must have entered. Alright, there we go. So yes, they are trying to lead us astray, but they also lead the bot. Oh, that's right. Similar to in the Hound the Bells of Dale, you have these rats that you follow. And the rats tell you which way to go. I'm sure the rats aren't there to help you because they're shadowy type rats that eventually try to eat the bells during the boss fight. And of course we wind up with all sorts of arms and the like. The army of the dead, that's it. Oh, what was that? Oh. Crawler's Ire. Trying to read this thing. Okay, you have been marked by the foe to... it just won't let me read it. Okay. That's the problem with the tooltips, is that the tooltip changes if the item that's over changes. Maybe I should... And unfortunately, it's trying to be able to do this at the same time. Actually, are these curable? No, they are not. Alright. And you really should have a separate section there between those that are curable and those that aren't, but then it's Standing Stone Games doesn't have anything to do with that. That's part of the plugin. I don't think that's being updated currently, so I'll just have to live with it. And oops, ow! It's annoying when you got those puddles around there, and you can't be any. You have to be in a place where you can both hit the enemy and be out of the puddle, which is sometimes tough to do, especially if the enemy isn't going to follow you. Let's come together. Oh, she must be a tank, because she does have a habit of grabbing their iron, doesn't she? There you go. And you're out of that thing. Yourself. Actually. Oh, there we go. Let me see if I can read this. Okay. You have been marked. Duration 18 seconds. Okay, fine. And actually, is that boss 2 over there? Yeah, that's boss 2. Alright. Grave White Plague Bearer. Well, I suppose that's pretty much common. You know, some ideas on this matter is because there was a correlation in timing between the coming of the undead and some of the plagues that they had around here. I think in the original text it makes it sound like that the order was the other way around. That first you had the plague and then this. So I guess then they could have been plague victims, and that this plague is still infesting their corpses or something like that. And that sounds rather implausible, but then we are talking about fantasy here. And who knows, maybe there is some way they were the original ones who had the plague in there, and that whoever ate their bodies transferred it on there, and over the years okay, I've got to try to get my power up because my power is being horrifically reduced. Alright, now is there anyone else left in this room other than the boss there? I don't want to be introduced with any new guests while we speak to him. The remains of Lilith have been animated by a fell spirit. Oh, okay. Ah, poor Lilith.
You are brave to have made it this far.
Oh, and her dog too.
The Sarch Vorn will not be a part of your story. It will be the end.
Oh, be nice to put Lilith to rest after all this.
After them!
Alright, there you go. Maybe we should leave out this part about her story. I mean,
You cannot flee death.
though I do think that it's rather nasty that they sent a fell spirit not only to take care over her, but also to take over her dog. And I am trying to get this.
Freedom. Finally.
Okay, I'll get some freedom for your dog too. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. There we go. And oh, did I? Oh, I got whatever I needed from here. Maybe I didn't select it properly. There we go. Here we go. We have an enhancement room and a skirmisher shield of the Black Grave. Skirmisher shield of the Black grave? That is... Well... Oh, of course, it's a little bit more on the agility. Well, I think... I'm going to keep the current one. I currently have the Resilient Shield, which... and pretty similar to it. And that's the one from the new skirmish. So, let's see, we got this now. If I remember correctly, there was an area down this way, is it? I couldn't get through it in the beta, but I think this, I'm going to guess, is what's going to lead us to. Yes, now it opens. So now you get to find out what's in this area. What, we're already reading the Grey Fear? The darkest depths of Sarch Vorn you have discovered Hithragor in the guise of Prince Amondir.
At last you arrive. See you now the fate that awaits those who defy me. Once I served the Ordainer, but no longer. I forsake my master of old, he who abandoned me to the enemy. He who left me broken and without form. In his kindness, the Witch King of Angmar has granted me his power. For too long I slumbered, all but forgotten by the men of Cardolan. In time they will all remember me, and the tales of old shall strike fear into their hearts. In the shadows of Angmar, a vast kingdom of the dead shall flourish. And there, I will sit in judgment evermore. The kingdom of the dead awaits you.
We shall see. We shall see about this kingdom of the dead awaiting us. Alright. There's going to be a catch on this somewhere at some point. Because, I'm saying this is a little bit too easy, and I see that I am just being ripped to pieces here. Thank you for the heal. I desperately needed that one. Really? Really? Alright, now let's see what's going on here. Take two. Now, he's obviously either put some sort of nasty debuff on me, or he had some buff to make him to do extra damage. Because I have no idea what he did there. Yeah, he already destroyed my... Yeah, he just does nasty damage, and this is in solo mode. Yeah, that does nothing. Nothing. And I have absolutely no idea what it is that he's doing to me. Veil of... Oh, it's a corruption! Okay, it's a corruption. Okay, I gotta do corruption removals now. Oh, what's going on? What's going on? Essence of evil. Alright, so there's a corruption on here that needs to be removed as quickly as possible, otherwise you die. Can we kill this? I'm assuming that we have to destroy this before it gets to him. Okay. And let's see how fast I can do this. I have to get my morale back up, and right now the only way I can see doing that is to do heals instead of okay, now I can do damaging. Alright, so this is a rather strange
I see darkness within you.
no.
Enough! You shall be mine!
Oh. Okay, now we got the real Grave Fear, I guess. I'm gonna keep a watch out for corruption
Your
shit.
doom is at hand. Rise, rise, my subjects. I see darkness within you.
Oh, okay. Now I'm having trouble seeing. What's he doing? No. Okay. Did I get rid of anything? Oh, let's get out of this because I'm sure that's related to my troubles right now. Oh, and these two guys. Ah. Let's first start with this. This is a tough fight. Where are we? Oh, this guy now. Yeah, thank you.
Your doom is upon you.
I hope not.
I see darkness within you.
I'm sure you do.
The dead obey me. I will feast upon your fear.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. I guess it's time to fight these things again. I try to.
Your doom is at hand.
What does this eye do? I don't know. Oh, this thing is. I'm not fond of puddles. Especially when they keep me from getting anything done. No, 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 no. See, now I can't.
Your doom is upon you. I see darkness within
Okay,
you.
I need. Alright, so let's get out of this thing. Oh, she's down? Oh, no, no, that's the prince. And yeah, that's.
What is this? No, my lord. You cannot summon me. No!
Alright. I guess our friend died during the process of that. I guess that's no huge surprise. Oh, that is Twisting Silver Grave Band. A single target. Okay. So then I got a shield. I got that earlier. I've got a tracery and Twisted Silver Grave Band. So that is a wrist item. 475. Ooh, that is. Ooh, that's an upgrade for sure. Well, I'm gonna have to put a nice essence into it, then it'll be complete. But that was the final boss then for the Black Grave, and somehow we won it. Well, we needed a second attempt in order to do that. And it's very tricky to do, especially if you don't know the bit about getting rid of the corruptions. But that's it for this episode of An Instance of One, the newest instance to be released, in fact released today as of this recording, where you head into the Black Grave to defeat the Grave Fear, or something like that. And this is Pine Leaf Needles reminding you to skirmish responsibly.